What's up, cool kids? FD White. Welcome back to the channel. So I want to make this a pretty quick and concise video. We're going to talk about a couple catalysts, couple fundamental catalysts that is kind of driving Bitcoin's price. We're not getting a huge pump, but we're getting some sort of a pump going into the weekly close / weekly open. So we'll take a look at the charts as well. So first and foremost, let's jump into it. If you find some value, if you find any value, make sure you hit the like, make sure you hit the subscribe, make sure you come on back to the Cool Kids Alpha Club. That's what we call ourselves over here. So make sure you come back if you find value, like I said, and let's jump into it. First and foremost, the government shutdown is what we've been watching over the past few weeks, approaching like day 40. So they're meeting on a Sunday. I'm watching CNBC as they're updating in real time live. So it says they may be coming to some sort of resolution. The government shutdown may be coming to an end soon. This is I was watching X, or I was looking on X earlier, and it was a lot of good statements coming out of the meeting today. So hopefully this can get resolved and people can start getting paid again. SNAP benefits can start getting sent out again, and everybody can move on to the next thing, because it's always going to be a next thing. It's never going to be completely done. It's going to be something else. It's going to be something going on. We have Wendy. Shout out to Wendy O. She said something earlier on X talking about anything, the state of our financial condition is pretty much too far gone. It is nothing that they can do in order to save the economy, save this financial institution that's going on. And that kind of segues into my next fundamental news or fundamental analysis that's going on. It says a $2,000 stimulus check is coming. President Donald Trump vows payout thanks to tariffs. So I think this is another thing that is pumping markets today. We talked about this over on X. We've been talking about this over and over again, talking about some sort of stimulus is coming. This is going to be dividends from the tariffs, which tariffs are inflationary. So it's basically just giving us our money back, I guess. So this is another thing, I guess investors, me alike, I'm kind of thinking like, well, what happened last time when they gave out free money? What happened? Assets went crazy, stock market, crypto, but then later down the line, inflation started to ramp back up and ramp up very fast and very hard. So that's going to push crypto. That's going to push assets. So we're watching this, not set in stone yet, but this is something that, probably a political ploy, or, they always have to come out with something when their approval rating starts to go down. So I don't think this is good, I'll take the 2,000. I don't know. It says high net worth people can't get it, or high income people can't get it. So I don't know what the cutoff is. So maybe I won't be able to get it. But I know some people could use $2,000. We'll jump into the crypto in a minute, but we're bleeding up to it. So this $2,000 stimulus check, I'm just looking. I'm sure people are thinking about what happened last time when stimmies came out. It was just to the moon. So this is kind of in my thesis. This is kind of in line with my thesis, talking about how 2026 is probably lining up for a massive quantitative easing influx into the markets, into the economy, which is going to push up not only crypto, but all assets priced in the dollar as the dollar gets devalued. Now, if you made it this far, appreciate it. Make sure you hit the subscribe. Let's talk about crypto. Let's talk about Bitcoin in specifics. First and foremost, Bitcoin is sitting at about 105,000. We've been watching this over on the Telegram. We talked about this range low coming in at about 99.5 to 100,000. Then we had our midpoint coming in at about 102.5, and then we wanted to break above that 104.5K level. We got above this midpoint. I missed this morning. And then we kind of flagged here, broke back above, flagged again, and then we got up to a daily high of about 105.5 thousand, which we talked about over in the Telegram. If you're not in the Telegram, come on over to the Cool Kids Alpha Club. Link will be in the pinned comments. So right now we're watching to see what Bitcoin does. We do have, let's actually go over here. We do have a CME gap sitting at about 104,000 for Bitcoin on CME. So that'll probably be about 103. Well, we can just do this. Let's see. Let's go to the daily. Let's see when we closed on Friday, because CME is usually a little bit off of spot. So this was Sunday, Friday. We closed about 103.3K. So be watching out for maybe some sort of a pullback and then a continuation for Bitcoin if we do start to go back towards that CME gap. But right now, like I said, Bitcoin is looking okay. We're sitting at 105. Altcoins are getting a nice little push as Bitcoin dominance started to come down a little bit. We talked about Solana breaking out. I was looking at a Solana trade. I missed it, making dinner for my children. My wife went to a fitness class, and I had to go downstairs and hurry up and try to make them some food. And I missed my trade, but there's going to be more opportunity, especially if Bitcoin is going to be more opportunity for longs, especially if Bitcoin continues its way up, its ascension upward. So we're watching altcoins. So we talked about this earlier. This was an easy trade for me. So I said simple trading right now. If Bitcoin breaks above range highs, which was about 104.2 to 104.5K, I will be looking for some alt longs. Fartcoin looks promising. That's hilarious to even say when it comes to investing or trading. Paying myself quick in these conditions. Keep leverage low if you're using. Give trade some room to breathe. And then maybe a couple hours later, we got the move almost going up to our take profit for Fartcoin. So we put these over in the Telegram. Going to be trading a lot more. I talked about this yesterday, talking about trading a lot more. And I want to incorporate more stocks and commodities trading as well. But I definitely want to get back to trading a lot and just making that steady income, base hits. And when the market calls for home runs, then we swing for the fences as well. But right now, ETH is up 5.6%, sitting at 3,600. So we'll continue to watch ETH. XRP is getting a nice little pump. If we can get back to this line here, possibly coming up to $2.50. Solana hit our line coming in at about, let's actually go to a smaller time frame. You can see we had this resistance level here that was coming in at about it hit it perfectly at about 166.6 for Solana, and we just pulled a trend line coming in. So it flipped below, and now we're trying to reflip this for Solana. So we'll continue to watch Solana as well. We just want to do this for Solana, and then we can be back on this trend that we started, or back in this trend that we started on the 4th of November. So altcoins are up. It's a lot of green across the board. Arweave is down, but it had a nice little pump going into the weekend. ICP is down, but we know ICP had its huge pump. We had a whole ICP dedicated technical analysis video, and then it dumped, so we just had to scrap that. So we'll have to redo that because a lot of people have been asking me about ICP. Zcash is still pumping. Zcash getting a small little pullback, sitting at 619. We did get to a high of 755. Zcash has been on a roll. I think Monero has been going on a roll too. So we'll watch this. These are just some of the things that I'm looking at going into the weekly close. I'm going to be trading. Might go live in a couple hours. Trying to get my internet right. I moved into like a wooded area, secluded area, a community surrounded by woods. So hopefully we can get our live stream going, get our internet connection going really good, and it will continue to go from there. But like I said, this is FD White. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe. Trying to grow. We hit 2,500 subscribers. Congratulations to the cool kids. We're going to keep pushing, keep clawing, keep going. And yeah, hopefully Bitcoin can continue its grind up. And I'll talk to you in a minute. Have a good one. Peace.